Okay, good. Oh, thank you. May I have a motion to open the meeting, please? Kate, second. Lisa, all in favor? Thank you. And may I have a motion to adjourn to executive for the purpose of legal and personnel? Lisa, second. Kate, all in favor? Thank you. Session. There were no actions taken. May I have a motion to open the organizational meeting, please? May I have a first? Lisa. May I have a second? Heather. All in favor? Let's rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're going to begin this evening with the organizational agenda and the administration of the oath of office for Bruce Sullivan and Alex Wheelahan. Shall we come to you?
Sure, I'll come to you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, very good. All right, if you could please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Alex Wheelahan,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of a member of the Board of Education
of a member of the Board of Education
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. All right. We're back in it now. Congratulations. Okay, so now I'm going to call for the election of the president. Are there any nominations for the office of president of the Cold Spring Harbor Board of Education? I would like to nominate somebody. I would like to nominate Heather Young for president. Are there any other nominations?
Anybody? Okay. I'd like to nominate Bill Woolman.
I lost my mic. Okay. If there are no further nominations, do I need it? It doesn't say that I need a second. Do I need a second, Dennis?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So Kate seconded. Heather, is there anyone to second the nomination of Bill Woolman? Lisa Smith. Okay. Okay. If there are no further nominations, this is quite loud. If there are no further nominations, I declare the nominations closed and ask for the support of the following. So do we need to take a vote here, or have people, would the nominees like to make a statement?
Sure.
Yes, you would like to make statements? All right. Would you like to go first, Mr. Woolman?
I would like to offer to take on the role of the president for this year. I have 36 years of business experience, and 30 of those have been leading people. And I specialize in strategic thinking in what I do, and I really think we have done a lot of great work, but I would like to pull all that together, what we've done for the last few years as a team. First of all, it's nice that we're staying together as a team. I think that's a great thing. But I think there's a lot of things we can do around being more strategic around building our budget, around taking a look at what needs to be done at each of the school buildings in terms of capital improvements or just regular improvements. And I think there's a lot of good work that I can give to this board in terms of offering leadership. So that's my elevator speech.
Like to serve as our board president for the coming school year. As the longest serving board member, I'm going into my 5th year as a trustee. It's hard to believe already. With the support of our board, Alex has served us well the past 2 years as board president, and she's helped us with our transition to our new superintendent. But at this juncture, we're positioned to return to the board custom and practice of rotating our board president's role on a yearly basis, considering board experience. With my legal experience as an attorney and my board experience, I would be a strong choice for us. I have a clear understanding of what the role of president entails, serving as vice president the past 2 years. And as president, I would give unbiased opportunities for all board members to participate in discussions. While focusing those discussions, I would preserve board unity, be organized, and a good listener. So, thanks.
Now, do we enter a discussion phase? I have not done this before. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for the direction. Okay, so I, as the person who nominated Heather, I do feel strongly in that nomination that in returning to what is a tradition in Cold Spring Harbor of the person who has served as the vice president has been really training and in practice to be the president. And last year, the only reason that I stayed another year was because the board's request really was that we keep everything the same with a new superintendent coming in and a younger board. Otherwise, the position would have naturally rotated to Heather last year. So I believe we'd be leaving the board in great hands.
Okay. It's nothing to do with Heather. This whole notion that it's my turn, I'm the most experienced. None of us have a lot of experience. We're a very young board. This isn't, a softball team or whatever. It's like, it's not the next person up. It's the next best person for the job. And I'm not saying you're not the person, but it really bothers me that we're like, let's keep with tradition. The tradition should be the best person should be sitting in that seat for the job. This whole notion, it's my turn or I'm next, or it's really unbecoming the position. It's a very serious position. It just bothers me that we even talk like this. So, again, it's not to you, Heather. It's to anybody that thinks they're next up. You're not next up.
Think that any one of us have and can be president of the school board. So the idea that because Heather was the vice president, it's not that she should just move on to be president. I think any one of us could be president. So in other words,
More than the other, so it's not like you're being put in a position where now you rule the board. You're just managing the meeting.
I would not be the best person of the 7 of us to be the president of the board. I'll tell you that right now. I agree with you, Bruce, but the pitch was made, let's keep moving it, vice president to president. It doesn't work like that. If you have a first-year person that's an all-star, they should be the president the next year. If you have someone that's been there for 7, 8 years and they're not presidential material, they should not get the seat. That's just, I mean, again, this is not Little League. This is, this is the board of a very important district, and you want to put your best leader forward. That's all. I'm not saying for or against Bill. I'm not saying for or against Heather. It's just something that sticks, doesn't sit right with me.
Well, we do have to point out her experience. So she's certainly the longest serving board member right now.
And how many years extra? You have 2 more years than everybody?
And I'm an attorney, and I could go on and list all my other qualifications, but I think I'm not going to do that here because, to Bruce's point, I think we're all highly qualified and we all bring different things to the table. I think really the most important thing is that coming in, you really have an understanding of what that president position entails, because you're a voice for the board when you're speaking and running the meetings and keeping things organized. You're not more important than the other board members, and you need to realize that as board president.
And I'm not saying I disagree with that, but I said that last year during the reorg meeting, and we went a different direction. I said, I thought tradition was to move it, and we stuck with the same person. And I said, I thought we all had equal votes, but we sort of stuck with Alex, who did an excellent job. That's not saying that it's...
It was unanimous last year when we brought this up in a meeting.
Sure, but
Yeah.
we still
You want to
have
rescind that in
discussion.
public? Okay.
What are you saying?
What are you saying?
Well, I was saying it before you interrupted.
Go
so,
ahead.
What I was saying was it keeps changing, so I don't know what the criteria is. Is it, we're all going to rotate and longest tenure, or is it most qualified, or are we all equal votes, or is somebody lending a guiding hand?
Situation, right? Because we lost our superintendent, right? So
Yeah.
I think that's why we did that. I don't think it was anything more than that. I think everybody just felt because we had a lot of change going on when you have a new superintendent. He's coming into the job his first year. We just felt it would be easier to keep her there. I don't think it was we weren't trying to set a precedent.
I'm not trying to stay again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think we were trying to set a precedent.
I thought Alex would have been the best president. That's why I voted for her, and she was a great leader.
100%.
You got to get.
Mark, say that again? No, I'm just kidding.
No, but my point was to Bill is that we weren't trying to set precedent. That was a unique
No,
year.
I think his point is,
It
president is, this is not kindergarten. It's not your
Right, we
turn.
felt she would be the
And
best
then
president, and that's
said-
why we voted
she
for her
said-
last
Right,
year.
that's why we voted for her.
Right.
Also, she said who was the vice president. So how does that prepare you to be president? I know you sit in on the agenda meetings, but what does the vice president do except if Alex is out, then you run the meeting? Like, is there some stuff I'm not aware of that the vice president does?
There's a lot of pre-agenda work that's done together before a meeting. I mean, the vice president and the president put in a lot of hours together on this board, and there is
To
some,
write the agenda?
and to meet with the superintendent, and the superintendent calls both of us anytime an emergency happens in the district or anything it's at least once a week, the 3 of us are on
Right.
the phone about something. So with that said, since I'm still the president for just a few more minutes, is there anyone else, we hear from the same strong voices, but is there anyone else who would like to make a statement at this time? Lisa or Kate, would you like to say anything?
I think that Heather has done an amazing job as vice president. And this is not that I do not think that Heather would be a bad president. I think you would be a great one. However, I have seen some, we say, we want to change things up a little bit. We don't want to do things, as per usual. And Bill has made some interesting points along the way when we had the budget meeting. we were all spiraling for hours, well, why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? And Bill kind of stopped the meeting. He was like, why don't we figure out the budget we want to be at and work backwards? And that kind of stopped us and put us on a more direct path. His conversations about, that we need to do, the building walkthroughs at the beginning of the year, and this year was different. We had a new superintendent, regionalization. There were a lot of things that we weren't able to do, maybe that we should have done or could have done. But these are, I feel like his vision for the next year, I personally think is very strong. Let's see what we, his ideas. Let's see what we need and see, how are we going to get there. So it is nothing against anyone. I think Bruce makes an excellent point that those of us, we can all do it. A lot of us don't want to be president, myself included. And so this isn't it's not anything against anyone. It's just, some things that I've seen that I kind of like that vision.
Okay, well, so now do we move to a vote?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So do I need to take a motion to move to a vote, or are we in the motion? Okay, so I'm going to take a motion to move to a vote. May I have a first? Lisa, may I have a second? Bruce? We are going to now vote. Yes?
Right, I think you have to put the resolution before, so it's resolved. The first nomination, I guess, was
Oh,
Heather.
the first nomination is for Heather Young, so may I have a show of hands for Heather Young for president? Okay. So that passes then, yes? Okay, so congratulations,
Thank you.
Heather.
Thank you.
And thank you very much, Bill. And thank you to this board. Really, thank you to both of you for being willing to serve in this seat. And thank you, Heather, for taking it.
Of course.
Okay.
Thanks.
We now will switch seats.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Can we clap or?
I just got to get sworn in.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Heather Miranda Young,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of President of the Board of Education
of President of the Board of Education
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School
of
District
the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. He's got it. I got it. So I'm on now?
Vice President.
Right. So now we're going to call for the election of our vice president. Do I have anyone to make a motion to nominate?
No, go ahead, Bill.
Sorry.
No?
I want to nominate Lisa.
Lisa, okay. And do I have a second for Lisa? Mark? All right. Any other nominations? Bruce?
I'd like to nominate Kate.
Great. And I will second that nomination for Kate. All right. So would anybody like to have a discussion or make a statement like we did for the presidents? Lisa?
I support Kate as vice president.
Thank you, Lisa.
Oh, nice. All right.
I would be happy to
So-
support, but
Thank you.
I know that you were interested, and I think you'd be great.
Thank you.
All right, great. So I guess we'll go to a vote unless you want to speak, Kate, or go to a vote.
Well,
All right.
could I speak?
No, No, yeah.
No, I just want to publicly state why I nominated Kate, because
Sure.
her experience in the education world, I think it's refreshing. It helps to hear what the teachers are actually thinking and saying, and that's part of it. She's also been valuable in a lot of extra work on the side, which impressed me, because these things are very time-consuming, as we know, just coming to these meetings. So I think she'll be a great vice president. And I do want to add to it, Bill, very qualified. So this is not anything other than, we had 3 people, 4 people, whatever it is, only 2 people get to serve in that position for the year, and
I'm very
Yep.
happy Heather's doing this.
Okay.
It's not against Heather.
Thank
I'd like to
you.
make a statement too, which is, first, everyone knows that I think Lisa Smith would be an amazing vice president, and she'd also make an amazing president if someday she'd
Simmer
be
down.
willing to do
Simmer
it.
down.
And she knows I tell her this all the time. And I think Kate would be a wonderful vice president. Honestly, I think no one has put more time into their school board work in every capacity than Kate has, between running the Remembrance Bowl, helping to find the attorney for regionalization. She's involved with school districts outside of the school to make sure we're at the forefront of what's happening in the state. I'm on some of those texts with other presidents, and it is just the management of that alone could take a whole day, and Kate always is fully read up on what's happening and making phone calls. She's calling mayors, she's calling state legislators. She really is so civically minded and dedicated to this school district. So I think she'd be a great asset. And in Heather's capacity as vice president for the last 2 years with her legal background, she did so much reading and research that helped me when we'd go into the agenda planning meetings, that when she came up for reelection, I said, we better make sure Heather gets reelected because no one reads more than Heather does. And I see the same fire in Kate. So together, watch out, I think, is what I would see happening with the two of them together. And they both care deeply, in addition to all the other things that we do, budgeting and everything, but education first, which is what we're here for, first and foremost. So we've got, a teacher and the child of teachers, and those are important things. And as a child of a public school teacher myself, I deeply value that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm very proud of this board. I think we've done some really amazing things, and we do work very well together. So thank you.
All right. So could I take a motion for the appointment of vice president, I guess, for Kate
Do we-
Delacorpini, right? Because we
do we
only have
have-
one,
We had
2. All
two.
right, we'll do 2. All right, so we'll start with Kate. All in favor of, do we take a first? Lisa, a second. Bruce, all in favor? Okay. Is that it? Do we?
vote.
That's the vote, right?
Is that it, Dennis?
Yes, motion carries.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and I get to sit next to Bruce again.
Oh, wait, I don't know if I want this.
Please,
What does that mean?
please raise your hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Vice President of the Board of Education of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District, according to the best of my ability.
It was fun, Alex.
Miss you.
We had a good time.
Who's back?
That's mine. Okay. keep that long name.
What's up, neighbor?
Welcome
Got it.
And just Alex, as outgoing president, as tradition is, you receive a gavel. We need to update the dates because we weren't sure what the vote was going down today. But I'm going to give it to you, then take it back so I can update it.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Alex, for the past 2 years.
Thank you.
All right. Hope I don't have to use this. All right. So we're going to move on. We will now be appointing Joseph Dragon as interim assistant superintendent for business. Can I have a motion? A first? Lisa, a second. Kate, all in favor? So is he gonna assume,
Did we finish the reorg meeting? Is that part of the reorg?
yes,
No.
it is part of the reorg meeting.
Yeah, it's on the reorg
It's,
agenda.
we had to appoint Joe because the position's coming up.
Got it.
That's why it's a little.
Is there, okay, so moving on. All right, moving on to page appointments. Part 8, B through G. This is the appointment of district clerk pro term, district treasurer, and deputy district treasurer as a slate. Can I have a first for this motion? Alex, a second. Bill? Any discussion? Questions? All in favor? Okay. Moving on to appointments, section 8H. This is the appointment of boards to committee members, and we are gonna have to go through this and fill it out, I guess, before I guess I could take a motion first and then fill it out? No, I guess we have to fill it out first. I think we should.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yes.
All right, let's do it. All right. So, let's start with the policy committee. We usually, what?
Nothing?
We have 3 members for this committee. Is there anybody who would be interested in serving on this committee?
Oh, can you nominate somebody, or?
No, I guess we just kind of fill it in. We just chat in.
I want to
fill it in.
nominate
You-
Bill.
I was going to say, I feel like after seeing how many times you all met, maybe this isn't nice, but you've done such a good job. I hope all of you will stay on policy again.
I'm happy to stay on policy.
And Lisa.
If anybody else would like to be on policy.
Same.
I feel the same way. I'll stay on unless
we'll-
somebody wants to try it. I've been on it for the past 4 years, so if someone's
Very
interested in
rewarding
policy,
work
Joe brings snacks.
From cake.
you could join.
And you can have the meetings whenever you want. They can be at night.
It's all yours.
All right. So no one but the 3 of us are willing
Love
to do it, so.
Love it. Okay.
It's all right, we'll keep the band together.
All right.
All right. Let's move, it's easy.
You better clap for us.
We spend a lot of time together.
The Capital Improvement Committee. All right, this typically has, let me get my sheet out. This last year had 3 members. You good? It was Mark, Bruce, and Alex. So are you all interested in serving again? Would somebody new like to join, has an interest? Speak now.
What does it do? Because we never met.
Well, they have met at one point in the past, so is there anybody who was present
We-
the year
We-
prior that has been on this
we met
committee?
in prior years, and we talked about upcoming items on the capital improvement list and how to prioritize them. It was in conjunction with audit, actually, I believe.
And I think you
remember?
typically are supposed to meet 2 to 3 times. I
Yes,
think
that's
that has-
correct.
We definitely only met once, I'm pretty sure. And I thought that the security booth was on the agenda, and we were like, no, no, no.
Right, that's right,
We don't want that, because that was prior to the vote.
right.
But there weren't many.
It was in the formation,
improvements.
in forming the budget, we met to talk about what we wanted to prioritize and propose to the board to include in the budget for capital improvements. But it
That-
did not meet this year.
That sounds like a great thing to meet and talk about.
Yeah, it's important, really important. And so, sorry, the members were who in the past?
So in the past, they were Mark, Bruce, and you, this past year.
I think I was on every committee last year. Is that
Yeah.
right? Okay.
I think the board president only has to be on the district safety committee. Is that correct? Is that are there any other ones that the president has to be part of?
Double checking my list. Not that I see.
Okay, just the safety. Okay.
I'm happy to remain on
Okay,
capital
great.
improvements, and
Thanks,
I look forward
Alex.
to it meeting.
Does anybody else would like, usually this is 2 to 3 people, if I recall.
Yes, that's correct.
So we need at least one more. Lisa,
I'd be happy to do it.
all right. Is anybody else interested? A third person, perhaps?
Mark?
Do you want to? You wanted to last year and you didn't get to
Yeah,
enjoy it.
I thought this was the facilities committee, that's why. Now I understand, but it didn't matter because we didn't meet, so it sounds interesting. And if we meet the same amount, it wouldn't be a lot of work, so.
You're going to meet more. You're going to meet more.
Um,
You're on our radar.
Okay. Sure, put me down.
All right.
Can I say, sorry, you go.
Okay.
We had discussed a facilities committee, but did we want to combine it with the capital improvement committee, or could we not combine them? Because capital improvement
I mean,
was,
They're two different, I think the idea is that would be two different things. Facilities is sort of ongoing work,
Yeah.
where capital improvements are major projects as
Yeah.
opposed to just sort of general buildings and grounds. So do we want to, how would we do it, Dennis? Would we take a motion to create a new committee that's like a buildings and grounds facilities?
Sure.
We could do
It's
that.
at the board's discretion.
I was
Committee,
just going to
okay.
suggest something as a possibility, maybe combining the two into that committee, almost renaming it to see if it necessitates having, like, could you work on both facility stuff as it came up and discuss capital improvements? This way, there's less meetings and more of a chance of getting it done.
Or honestly, I think right now, what we'd probably like is frequent buildings and grounds meetings
Right.
where it occasionally touches upon capital improvements. Mark, what do you think about
Yeah,
that?
sounds good.
I think that's
Like
great.
if there was
Maybe
like a monthly meeting
we-
of it.
we can rename it to indicate that's the intention.
Lisa, you still in? No,
Yeah!
just- You're, I mean-
sounds even better.
Oh, good. I'll bring a snack.
All right. So this is
So-
Alex, Lisa, and Mark, and is that something everyone's comfortable with? I don't know if we rename it, we need to take a vote, or yes?
Yeah.
So,
If you're changing it, you would need to formally move to do that.
do you guys like that idea even, or does that work for everyone? Okay, all right, so let's take
Yes.
a motion to create, I guess, to remove the capital improvement committee, and in its place, create a capital improvement and facilities committee? Do you like that name? All right. Can I have a motion? Can I have a first? Lisa, a second. Alex, all in favor? Okay, moving right along.
Well, wait, I'm still in unless now that we've changed the name, if somebody else would like it, because I'm already on a committee. No? Okay.
No?
Don't quit us.
All right, moving right along. The audit committee, that I believe also meets twice to 3 times a year. Last year it was Kate, Alex, and Bill. Are interested? All right, Kate. Anyone else interested in joining or staying on?
I've been on it every year since I've been on the board, I think. I'm happy to rotate off if there's somebody
Okay.
who is looking to join.
Do we need?
I
3?
could jump on.
All right, nice. Bruce? Do we need a third? I feel like we may need a third for this one, right, Dennis? Is
Yeah, I mean, you've had it in the past. Theoretically, any member of the board has the ability to attend the audit committee if they so choose.
Mhm.
Based on, under the education law. So, you can make the whole board the committee if you wanted to. But 3 would probably be advisable since that's what you've done in the past.
Okay, so anybody else? Bill?
I don't mind doing it, but I don't
Lisa?
mind letting somebody else, like if Kate wants to do it.
Well, she's doing it,
Oh,
so it'll
sorry.
be Lisa.
Okay,
Do you want to join?
yeah.
Okay. All right, the district-wide safety committee, the board president is the ex officio member, I believe. No, wait, I don't know if that's why you were the ex officio member, Alex, last year. Do you remember why you were ex officio? Was it
Yes.
because
Yeah,
there was?
that's why.
That's why.
That's
the
why,
president's
okay.
ex officio, yes.
Okay. And then there was quite a few people on this.
There are 2 slots. Does that mean there's only 2 board members?
No, last year we had 3 and Alex.
Yeah, but he just said you don't need the president of the board on it.
No, you don't. There was one that
Safety.
we had to have the board
That's
president
okay.
on.
Yeah.
So that maybe you were ex officio because there was so much interest that year, so there was 4 people, but there was a committee that you need the president to be ex officio.
Oh, maybe.
Because it would have been a quorum if
Yeah,
it
you
were.
can't.
That's probably why she was ex officio, but I do believe that in the past, it was discussed, there's something, one of these committees, the board president has to be on, so we should.
Well, isn't ex officio just observing?
Yeah.
That's probably why she was on it, it was too many people last year.
Okay.
But now we don't have anyone.
I'll
So-
serve again.
All right, thank you, Mark.
I'll serve again.
Thank you, Bruce. All right. Anyone else? We could probably take one more if there's interest, but we're probably okay with 2.
I'm interested.
Okay. All right, so we're going on to the Professional Development Committee. Any interest in that? Last year, that was me and Kate.
I'll serve again.
All right. I could do it again if nobody else is interested, but I've been on it a few years, so if somebody else wants to. Anybody?
Can you
interested?
describe what you do in the Professional Development Committee?
Sure. It meets after school. It meets, we met twice, but sometimes it meets 3 times a year, 2 to 3. It's a committee formed of, there's teachers there, administrators there, some parents, the school board members. And basically, we discuss the year's professional development, what was interesting to the teachers, to the admin, what worked, what didn't, what we could do better. And we just continue that discussion throughout the year.
Okay.
Anybody interested? Anybody else?
I'll do it.
Okay. All right, I could stay on that one, that's fine too. I think 3 would be fine. Anyone else, unless someone else is? No? Okay, district-wide technology committee. That was Kate, Heather, and Lisa last year. Anybody interested in that, being part of that this year? Any, Lisa?
Just so you know, I've been on it, I was on it as a parent, and I've been on it for a few years, like every
Okay.
year, which
I
is
was on it
great.
for 2 years also.
Okay.
I gave my blood.
You get a gold
When
watch
I
if
was
you
a,
stay on this
when I
year.
was a parent, I swore I'd never leave.
Anybody else interested?
I'm going to do it again.
Well, I want to do the.
Anybody else? I could do it again if nobody else is interested in this one. I could do it with Lisa again. Okay. And then the Nutrition and Wellness Committee is our last one. Alex, okay.
Serve on that too.
Can we, I think we could have 2, Kate? Okay. And then, oh, it's not on here, but didn't we have, with the foundation, wasn't there a committee, somebody who works with the foundation?
Yes, there's a board liaison to the foundation, which I held as president the last 2 years. So you can turn it to the board or take it as the president. What I found was helpful, if this is not to give you more work to do, but because they want to meet often with the superintendent and the president, so then you're sort of the
It makes
liaison
sense.
anyway.
Okay,
Right.
I'm happy to do it, if that makes sense, if you guys are okay with that. All right. All right, so that closes out the committees. So do I have to read everything out again, Dennis, or we've been recording it as it's gone, so I could just take a motion for,
Yeah, you've been announcing it as you've been going.
Okay.
I think you can take a motion.
Okay. And I just noticed that we moved on before we made an administration of the oath to the district clerk.
Yes, we should do that.
Should we do that first?
Yes, sure. If you'd like, I can swear in Mr. Giordano, at this point, if you'd like.
Okay, and then we'll take a motion for the committee members later. Thank you.
Could you raise your right hand and repeat after me? I, and state your name,
I, Joseph Drago,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of District Clerk
of District Clerk
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay, so moving to the appointment, section 8H, pages 3 through 4, we'll take a motion for the appointment of board to committee members. Can I have a first? Lisa, can I have a second? Kate, any questions? All in favor? All right. Moving on to appointments, section 8I and J on page 4, person authorized to bid and certifications of payroll as a slate. Could I have a motion? Bruce, a second? Bill, any questions? All in favor? Okay. Other appointments, pages 4 through 6, mileage reimbursement and other appointments. Can I have a motion to take these as a slate? May I have a first? Lisa, a second? Alex, any questions?
1 sec. So we're taking it all through
Pages-
up to designation?
Pages 4 to 6, other appointments, all, yes, up through designations, that's right. Do you have any questions, Mark?
No, I just wanted to
Yep,
quickly
be clear.
glance at it.
Got it. All
I
right.
don't know about the law firm, but we'll keep them.
All right, all in favor? Okay. So moving on to designations, pages 6 through 7, we will take regular monthly meetings, official bank depositories, authority to establish petty cash funds, check signatures, newspapers, and budget transfers as the slate. May I have a motion to do that? Kate, a second. Bruce, any questions? All in favor? All right. We're doing the bonding of personnel from the bottom of page 7 all the way through page 8. Oh, to the top of page 8. Can I have a first for that motion? Lisa, a second? Alex, any questions? All in favor? Okay. Moving on to other items, may I have a motion to take items A through Y as a slate? So I'm just looking. Any questions? All in favor? Okay.
Did you have, I'm sorry, who was first and second? I missed that.
Did I take, I think I did take a first and a second, but I don't remember who.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I didn't? Okay, so can I have a motion to take items A through Y as a slate? A first? Alex. A second? Kate. All in favor? Okay, now we will adjourn the organizational meeting.
Before you adjourn, is the district treasurer here? Yes. She's going to take the oath of office.
Sure.
District treasurer and the pro tem should take the oath of office prior to-
Great. Is there anyone else or just those?
Yeah, superintendent treasurer as well.
Okay.
And then that'll be the
Minor technical.
conclusion of
Okay, great.
Good. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of District Treasurer for the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District according to the best of my ability. Joe, you real quick then. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Joseph Monastero,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of District Clerk Pro Tem
of District Clerk Pro Tem
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And then one last, please, you also swear in the superintendent. Please raise your right hand. I, state your name,
I, Joseph Monastero,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of Superintendent of Schools
of Superintendent of Schools
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District
of the Cold Spring Harbor Central School District
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. We will now adjourn the organizational meeting and call to order the regular meeting. May I have a motion, may I have a first for the motion? Lisa, a second. Bruce, any questions? All in favor? Okay. All right. We are starting with the first discussions. The first is a discussion section in our agenda. So I open the floor to any other discussion items from members of the Board of Education.
I have an item.
Okay.
So the nutrition committee actually also didn't meet last year at all, and the meeting that was scheduled for the end of the year was canceled. And there was a request at a board meeting in, I want to say, May or maybe the very beginning of June for more information on nutritional information and what was being ordered to prepare for that meeting. And I would like to request that we, in addition to having that meeting, make sure that there is a nutrition committee meeting before food is ordered for the upcoming school year.
Okay.
Will do.
Okay, thank you.
Now, isn't there something on this agenda pertaining to the ordering of the,
So that is the right to purchase from the BOCES cooperative bid.
Okay.
That doesn't mean we will purchase everything or anything from there. It just gives us the right to make purchases from that bid.
Right.
okay, all right. Is there anything else?
I have a couple things. So we had a number of families reach out to us that were displeased with the way we handled the book awards ceremony. And I was thinking, my personal opinion is we need to do a better job acknowledging not only academic excellence, but in general. I mean, we had a nice parade in the village for the championship teams, and that's well-deserved. And we should also do a better job acknowledging academic excellence. The book awards weren't even explained. I'm on the board. I thought it had something to do with reading, and I'm on the board. So we need to do a much better job acknowledging academic excellence and finding a better way than, and maybe having a forum where we acknowledge athletes, academic scholars, community service members, some of them intersect, and maybe do an evening or do something special rather than break it up into a crowded room here, a parade there.
There is a senior awards evening that's about 3.5 hours long that recognizes, we're invited as board members, it recognizes all different facets of awards.
Okay, so not even aware of that, so that's my fault. So that's for seniors or all students?
It's for seniors, but we are invited. I've attended.
Okay, so I just think, it's just throwing it out there, maybe we want to do a better job acknowledging, it sounds like we do it for the seniors, maybe we can acknowledge outstanding achievements in the various grades. Just a thought, because I thought the parents' issues with the way we handle that were fair. The perception survey was finished a while ago. I'm just wondering, when are we going to get the results of that?
I have a meeting, and I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday next week to work with them. They've broken down the data and to get our reports from them. Again, Tuesday or Wednesday, I forget which day we scheduled.
Okay. It's, and then we'll get that?
Then you'll get that, yes. So they do a lot of data analysis, review the information, and then you'll be getting reports starting after a meeting. Again, either Tuesday or Wednesday. I forget which day I scheduled it.
Okay.
Can I say something about the book awards? I appreciate the statement. Some of the parents who were not part of the email that it looked sort of the same from a few parents, but did state that they were really honored that their kids were given the awards. They're not given by the school, right? It's the highest GPAs.
Highest GPAs.
In the junior class, and it is my understanding that that meeting is typically held wherever that board meeting is. So sometimes it's here.
And sometimes it's been in both here and
Sometimes it's been in the PAC. And it definitely has more pomp and circumstance to it when it is held in the PAC. We also had a very large number of teachers here that evening, and so the room was more full than it typically has been in the past. But I think that what was lost perhaps was just that in this room as opposed to in the PAC, where people felt that they'd get a better picture, a better, more Instagrammable moment perhaps for their keepsake, which is also a fair thing, right? So I don't know that giving an award is not recognizing children for their academic achievement. I think the number one complaint seemed to be that the room was crowded and it was hard to take pictures.
So I know over the years, when we held it in both, some felt at times in the PAC, you almost get lost in the PAC, where you have 15 people or so, we have a PAC that holds 800, give or take, people in there, that it feels impersonal. Over the course of years, I can't swear to the exact number of times, I believe more times than not, it was held here, the award ceremony. Again, like you said, there were a lot of people here at that meeting, which made it more crowded and challenging to get that picture. We could definitely look into see what we would do in the future. We want to give the kids the best recognition for their hard work, and they definitely do. As a little amends to them, I wrote a letter to them thanking them for their hard work, and we had the pictures framed and sent for them as a keepsake for they have in their homes and where they go forward.
It's very nice. Again, verbally, we were told by more than one set of parents that they also thought it was a lovely evening where they were happy that their child got an award.
Yeah, no, I mean, some were upset we started well past the start time. Some were upset that their children's names were mispronounced, which is very understandable. We're a small district. We're honoring children. We need to, students, we need to understand how to pronounce their names so we can get those things right. So anyway, the other thing I just wanted to ask about was on which we got a report, how many students left our school district to go to another school, and I asked for the last 3 years to see if there was a trend. I think we were given 1-year data, right?
This year's, upcoming and last year's data. I wasn't sure if you asked for 3. I apologize if you did, but last year's and this year's data.
Yeah, because you really can't tell a trend. So this says from, what is this?
But I think you just asked for this year, right?
I'll check the email. I'm pretty sure I asked for 3. Does anybody remember if I asked for 1 or 3? If I asked
It
for
was
1,
more than one.
I thought it was this and last year's. That's what's there.
Okay, because I'm all about studying trend lines, because 1 year is 1 year, but.
Do you mean this coming school year?
Yeah, so you have this year that just ended and what we have for the coming school year, so you have 2 years.
So we only had 8 kids depart from 8th to 9th grade, or is that total?
That's kids attending the school. So if we're talking about Chaminade, it's 19 we had last year, 19 this year. Some leave, some come back. So that's what we have from the registrar of how many will be attending, who attended this current year that just ended, and how many
Who live in our district.
who live in our
Who
district,
maybe
sorry.
have never come to school
Who
here.
may have never, some of them, we've never seen them before.
Right, so we had a net change of 8 leaving.
We increased, we have 8 less so far.
Yeah, I actually think, Mark, that the number isn't necessarily accurate because it's year over year too. So some of them could have graduated, right?
They could have, some could have.
And
Okay,
It's just how many are attending
what
next year.
you were asking, I think, and what might be interesting to see, correct me if I'm wrong, is like the entry points, right? So like 9th grade, like, you know,
Oh, kids who
7th
leave
grade,
after middle
kids who
school?
leave after 8th grade going into high school, or kids who leave when they're, what would be a typical
Right.
entry point in other schools, like going into 6th grade maybe.
So
when-
we would want not only, and we have to break that down because some kids, like you said, may have never come here.
Right, only kids who've come here and
Yeah.
left. So
Right.
who we're not retaining, I think, was more the question, right?
Okay,
And
got you.
and
Absolutely.
enrollment
yeah, and if
specialist.
there's any way to do it, if we can reach out to the parents and do a very, not waste, take up too much of their time, but do a brief, kind of call it an exit interview, like why you're making the switch, and we might learn from that in.
Dennis, are we allowed to ask
Yeah.
parents why they're making the switch?
If they want to volunteer.
I mean, how are you proposing them asking?
You tell me, how could we ask without violating? I mean, just say would you like to share with us why you decided to pull your kid out and go to friends, or they could say, no, that's private, and we move on. If they could say,
I'm just trying to, how to be able to codify that as a procedure. Probably difficult.
all right,
It's something we could think
we won't
about.
do it.
I think the point is from like a retention side, right? If it's that they
Well-
thought the lacrosse team was better at St. Anthony's, that's why they went, right? Or they thought the math program was better at
Right.
Chaminade,
If
that's
they're
why they went.
saying
Those are the questions,
our
right?
rigor's not, we didn't like the school, we didn't like the court offerings, like things like that. That would be helpful to us to know, but, is there a problem?
Yep, there was a
Oh,
problem.
sorry. Wardrobe malfunction. Got it. So, anyway, I just think we want to understand if students are leaving, maybe we need to be doing something better or differently. And if we're not allowed to ask, we're not allowed to ask. We have we'll get some information on the parent survey, which will be helpful.
Let me say this, Mark. I can think about it and see if there's a way that it could be legally done and get back to you. I still wanna-
that's a good point. So that's a good point too, that Bruce just made. Do you want to say it?
Yeah, no, just that the opposite happens too. I
I
know
wrote-
students who went to St. Patrick's and then they came into the system.
Right, they come in for high school
Yeah, I
from
know some high
Eastwoods,
schools.
Right,
from
I mean,
St.
and I
Pat's,
wrote that
from
down too.
Greenvale.
When they come back.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what that number is too. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, we'll see, Dennis, what we're allowed to do. We could send something probably electronically, and if they choose to submit, they do, and we can collect that information.
All right. Does anyone else have anything else for discussion? so we're going to move right along to the president's report. I just wanted to really briefly congratulate Alex and Bruce on your reelection to the Board of Education. It's great to have you for another 3 years. Cold Spring Harbor's lucky. And I wanted to especially thank you, Alex, for serving as board president so magnificently the last 2 years. I mean, we really appreciate it. And I also wanted to congratulate Kate, our new VP. I'm really looking forward to working with you. I think we're going to work great together. I'm looking forward to working with you alongside all of our board members, school administration, staff, as we enter into the 25-26 school year. So let's have a great year, everyone. Joe?
Okay, my report.
Yep.
Good evening and welcome to the first regular board meeting of the Cold Spring Harbor Board of Education for the 2025-26 school year. The 24-25 school year ended on a high note for Cold Spring Harbor, filled with unforgettable moments that were truly showcased by the spirit of our district. From moving up ceremonies, to final concerts, to trips to Normandy, to academic and athletic celebrations, and of course, our graduation ceremonies. Each event was a powerful reminder of just how much our students have accomplished. These milestones weren't just about marking the end of the school year, they were about honoring growth and collective efforts of our entire school community. This week, advanced placement scores are beginning to come in. Not all the data is available yet. We need some data from our late test administrations. We anticipate this data to come in soon. The 3-8 assessment results will be made public later this summer or early fall, alongside Regents exams outcomes. These results will help inform our continued instructional work, striving for improvements, providing the best opportunities for all of our students. Tonight, we are proud to have Ms. Kim Libertini on the agenda for appointment as our new Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum Instruction. As for Ms. Libertini, this is a return to Cold Spring Harbor, where she previously served as Director of STEM for 3 years. She joins us from Jericho School District and brings a wealth of experience and insight. Together, we look forward to conducting a thorough review of all our academic performance data and planning for academic growth. I also see Dr. Bolin there, who is a former building principal. Welcome back, Jim. Later this school year, we will host a formal presentation on student achievement, including Regents, AP, and 3-8 assessment results. Later this week, our building administration team will meet to reflect on this past year and plan for the future. I'd like to thank Mr. Guarnieri, our music chairperson, for organizing a creative and meaningful team-building activity that will help us strengthen and collaborate our focus. Across the district, several important summer projects are underway. Some of them are staff are writing and revamping new curricula to be used during this coming school year to provide students with the tools they need to be successful at Cold Spring Harbor and beyond. Repair of a sinkhole and steam leak at West Side, installation of new security fencing and upgrade surveillance cameras across the buildings, and the deployment of the Alertus emergency alert system to all staff, enhancing our ability to report emergencies quickly. These improvements and more are taking place alongside our routine summer preparation, which include deep cleaning, waxing, and reseating every classroom in the building. When you walk the building during the summer, you see it looks like a yard sale. Everything is pulled out, cleaned, and then has to be put in before the school year starts. It's truly amazing the work that our custodial staff do every year. I also want to thank the sports boosters for organizing the championship parade again this year at the close of the school year. It's a wonderful event that brought our community together in pride and celebration. Before we begin tonight's agenda, I'd like to acknowledge the devastating flooding that took place in Texas last week. With over 100 lives lost, homes destroyed, and communities turned upside down, the tragedy is heartbreaking. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families who are grieving, those who have lost everything, and for the first responders and volunteers working around the clock to help rebuild their lives. As a school community, we stand in solidarity with those affected, and we are reminded of the power of compassion, resilience, and unity in the face of tragedy. Please take a moment with me to honor those who lost their lives and to recognize the extraordinary efforts by those supporting families during this crisis. Thank you. Tonight, I also want to take a moment to express how truly proud I am to have been part of the Cold Spring Harbor School District for the past 28 years. It is a place where time and again we prove that when we come together, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. I'm incredibly proud of the work we've done over the years, and I'm energized by the opportunities ahead of us as we continue to grow and meet the evolving needs of our students. I want to sincerely thank the Board of Education and the entire Cold Spring Harbor community for the continued trust and support. Thank you very much. And please take care of yourselves, and if you can, please take care of someone in need. Let's begin tonight's meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. We're going to move to committee reports and the work that has occurred since our last board meeting. I believe the Health and Safety Committee met recently.
Yes, we met on the 26th of June. Anthony, could you just help me out with, you could fill in the gap. So we met, it was sparsely attended. So one of the big takeaways from the meeting was if the RSVPs are like this level, we're going to cancel the meeting and reschedule it because it's a very important committee meeting. We really do want the school building principals there. We want the super there. Mr. Monastero did come towards the very end, but we didn't really have, it was very sparsely attended. So in terms of the cameras, we are on track. They're going in shortly, right? And those will be to film plates coming in and out of the campuses. Is that correct?
Yeah, the license plate readers when installed will be live soon.
Excellent. The traffic signal is working as advertised. It really does move the flow along, provides a safer exit for anyone leaving the junior high school campus, and very happy to see that its computerized functions are delivering. It does stay green longer when there is a long exit line of cars. We did add additional rocks around the campus, the junior high school, which will provide added safety for the pedestrians and structures. The vehicle placards, Mr. Smith, are you here?
He's outside.
Oh, he's outside, okay. We are moving away from stickers to identify vehicles that are supposed to be on campus through placards that will hang from rear view mirrors. They will have a barcode on them. Are we going to scan and cars coming in and out? Coming in?
Richard Smith's going to come in to give.
Okay, he'll give us an update. The Alertus system, which is a basically a panic button worn on a lanyard around your neck. You pull it down, hit the button, and that's auto response. That will be up and running by the start of school. Is that correct?
There's a training scheduled for superintendent conference day.
Okay, we're adding protective fencing in certain areas on the different campuses. That will be done shortly in the coming weeks. Is that correct?
The fencing?
Yeah.
They're actually almost done with the project.
Perfect.
now.
All right, and could you update us on the oil tanks? I don't remember exactly what the issue was there.
Oil tanks is just, that was an awareness that the Department of Health and the county are coming up with different requirements for reporting and monitoring your tanks. And we also have an outside contractor that helps us with our compliance, so we're in good shape going forward with that. But when the new regulations and requirements come out, we'll get training. We'll do that through our contractor that we're using for the monitoring and compliance piece of this. So right now, they're not officially out yet. We will have them soon, and then we will provide our staff with everything that they need.
Very good, thanks. And Mr. Smith, could you just update us on the vehicle placards and how we might use them in terms of, are we going to scan cars in the morning, or they're going to have barcodes on them, right? And you're going to use.
They're not going to be a barcode.
No?
System right now. I'm still working with Principal Dan Busky. We're looking at stickers versus, he has experience in it too, so he builds the stickers, make it a little better for the students. We're discussing it today. Once the LPR cameras are up, those should help us generate a list. And then we're going to probably have the list right now, looking at, for the guys to have some type of list they can check out, but we didn't go. We haven't gotten it, but we're looking at bar scanners right now.
All right, yeah, I got completely different information the last security meeting that we were looking front, rear view mirror, color coded with bark.
Yes, we still are looking at some of the placards, maybe for staff, maybe a combination of placards for staff, maybe stickers for students. Students would be an annual, we have to do it, where, a staff placard would be a little easier, but we're finalizing that. We've got a couple quotes from a few different companies. I've been meeting with Principal Dan Buskey, trying to figure out what will work best to make sure whatever we do is successful going forward. The easiest part is buying them. The hardest part is making sure whatever plan we come up with, that there's proper follow-up and that, we continue to do what we need to do.
What's the ideal policy for students coming on campus with cars?
In what manner?
Are we going to allow 11th graders as well as seniors?
I am not sure. That's my decision to make. That's more, I think, at the building principal level or the superintendent.
No. Do 11th graders do it? They have access now, right?
After spring break, they did this year for the first time, I think.
Allow 11th graders.
It was a
It was a lottery.
potential lottery, right?
Right, the number.
I think the number worked out.
I
Is
think
that
we're
the-
somewhat fortunate that the 11th grade is relatively small, about 100, 102 students, so we're able to accommodate those who qualified by birthday and whose parents notified us that they want their child driving to school. So we allowed it. I don't remember off the top of my head. Dan, do you remember how many students that was? It was 20.
We determine the number of available lottery spots based off the number of senior parking permits that are out and the total number of spots on campus. So it's going to be a different number every year based on the number of the size of the class. I think this year we gave out 23 11th grade parking stickers. Those are for 17-year-olds with a full Class D senior license, because despite common misconception, a Class DJ junior license does not give you the right to drive to school in Nassau or
Right.
Suffolk County.
And the parent had to agree to it.
Correct.
Just one feedback on that. Some of the seniors, I think, had trouble getting space when there were other functions, and so I think you should think about that, because they wait until they're seniors for that privilege, and when they're unable to go off campus for lunch or things like that, it's hard when every space is allocated and they can't get one as a senior.
Right, when Mr. Dembowski, we discussed this, we looked at not allocating every space because there are events and things go on during the school year. There are some days where it doesn't matter how many we allocate as free parking spaces, it's going to overtake what we have. That all goes into the calculus. It's a challenge. Having students come on to drive onto campus, having enough space. We talked about other options, possibly numbering. But then on the flip side, if student number 3 isn't here, that space is completely wasted for the day if they're absent or the like on a field trip. So there are pros and cons. We don't have a lot of parking. For years, this was never an issue because there were times I remember we couldn't even accommodate the seniors. We had to draw lotteries. When we were 180 students, we couldn't accommodate them all. So like every year, there's pros and cons, trying to get students to drive to school legally. That's part of it.
This year, the senior class will be very small, because it's that
Yes,
small
so
junior class.
we have kind of the senior class again will be 101 or 2, so we'll see how many of the junior class, which is I believe in the 130s, how many we'll allow. And we're also looking for that parking stickers to be on all staff, not just at the junior, senior high school. So we can much more easily identify staff on campus who belongs, who doesn't belong. So we're expanding that program.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Okay. We will now continue to our, are you done, Mark?
Yes, thank you.
We're now continue.
Sorry, the tech committee met.
Oh, okay.
The tech committee met on June 12th. I say we met, Dr. Fulton really just kind of updated us on a lot of the stuff her department has been working on. She's still been creating a software list where she's going through all of the subscriptions that we have, that staff has. She's contacting every staff member who is listed on the subscription, asking them if they're still using it. This is a huge, huge job, but she's managed to get rid of, I think, like 10 or so subscriptions, saving us money. So she's been doing an amazing job. They are also going to relocate the IT office. I don't recall where it is now, but they're going to make it more accessible for students and staff.
I think they were gonna flip it. Instead of him being in the back room, he was gonna come forward, so it was easier.
Right, but I don't
Right
know
off the
where that
hallway.
is.
It's the same general location. It's right off the hallway.
Okay, so
Across from H4, if that means anything to anybody.
okay, yeah, so they'll relocate.
Some people here
the-
know what I'm talking
the
about.
IT person.
Across from H4.
Those of you who have visited the IT department, you would know. The launch of the new website has been pushed to July 1st. Some webmasters need to be trained. Senior Chromebook collection happened mid-June. So if you are a parent of a senior and you have not given back your Chromebook, make sure that they give that back and the charger. 7th graders will be getting their device at the summer orientation in August, and 10th graders can get theirs at the same time or the first week of school. It'll be a one-to-one swap. 10th graders give back their old one, they get a new one, and 7th graders get a brand-new one when they come in. The 25-26 tech plan has begun. That's only necessary every 3 years.
It's varied over the course of the year with COVID, but every 2 to 3 years, the state typically wants one.
Yeah, so we haven't had to do one in the last couple years, so this is great. The cyber audit has been completed, and they will be discussing some corrective actions. And they'll also be working on curriculum writing. They'll be doing STEAM kits for grades K through 1, doing curriculum alignment and STEAM activities to align the New York State computer science and digital fluency learning standards with core academic content, ensuring that digital skills are meaningfully integrated into instruction throughout the school year. And they're also going to be discussing introducing AI to the elementary students, because it's out there and we can't hide it forever. And
I'm not thrilled about it.
I know
was
you're
a
not.
dissenting.
I know.
opinion.
So that's it. They've been doing a wonderful job.
All right. Is there another committee?
Did we meet?
No.
No?
We didn't meet.
Okay.
The one time we didn't meet.
No mas.
All right, so now we're going to continue with our first audience to visitors. The Cold Spring Harbor Board of Education and Administration welcome your attendance at Board of Education meetings. Audience to the public affords residents an opportunity to address the Board of Education on both agenda and non-agenda items. Each resident is allowed to speak for 3 minutes. This is not the forum to discuss student or staff-specific issues. Please contact the district separately on these matters. Hi.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, just your name and address.
Yes.
Yep,
I'm Jocelyn Wang, 175 Turkey Lane.
thanks.
I'm here this evening to encourage the board to swiftly conclude your negotiations with the HTA and to execute a contract that is reasonable and fair for both our school district and our children's teachers. Superintendent Fran Roberts, for whom this building is named, shared the following pearl of wisdom when asked what makes the Cold Spring Harbor schools so outstanding. We hire the best teachers. Hiring the best teachers was the key ingredient. So how do we attract and retain the most talented teachers? I don't need to tell this board that it's the same as in any industry, with money. When teacher earnings rise, school districts and students benefit. Increased teacher pay is associated with gains in student performance. Want high math and reading scores? Pay teachers well. Boosting teacher wages also increases the likelihood of hiring teachers who earn top scores on their own exams. Want stronger job candidates? Pay teachers well. Higher teacher earnings also lead to improved teacher retention. Want less turnover and disruption and more experienced teachers? Pay teachers well. Lapsed contracts between teachers and the Board of Ed are harming the Cold Spring Harbor School District's reputation by making it harder to hire the best teachers. For the past 25 years, our school district has allowed every contract with the teachers union to expire. At the beginning of this month marked an unfortunate milestone, the start of the HTA's second year without a contract. Listen to that thunder rumbling. Teachers across the region talk to each other. News travels. School district reputations improve and they decline. It is abnormal for teachers to be working without a contract over and over and over and over and over again. If you were one of the best and brightest young teachers, Would you wish to come work in a school district where your contract repeatedly lapsed? The answer, I'm afraid, is no. Our property values are dependent on our ability to attract and retain the best teachers. Look at any local real estate ad and you'll see that our home values are based upon the reputation of our school district. I know we pay high property taxes here, the majority of which fund our schools. However, if we are no longer able to hire and keep the best teachers, not only will our children suffer, so will our home values. Hiring the best teachers is the foundation upon which the excellence of the Cold Spring Harbor School District was built. I urge the board to restore this foundation by expeditiously concluding your negotiations with the HTA, resulting in a fair and reasonable contract that benefits our teachers, our schools, our community, and our children. And to quote our current superintendent, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. Thank you.
Thank you, Jocelyn. Would anyone else like to speak?
Hello, I'm Mary Redden. Can you hear me? I have two daughters in the district, a rising 11th grader, a rising freshman. I will say I did write a letter to the board and the superintendent about the community letter that was sent out with very all inaccurate information about, you know, the negotiations between the teachers union and the Board of Education in the district. Is there any retraction you're going to send out, perhaps? Are you sticking with that's accurate information? Meeting over 20 times, 12 sessions specifically, dedicated exclusively to contract negotiations? Okay. I am also in education, and what I have observed, I know two people who have gone for jobs here in this district, administrative jobs, lucrative jobs, have gone through all of the, every single step of the hiring process. And once they were offered the job, they were advised by other district administrators that it's a nightmare here and to turn it down. Why are good educators not, Ms. Whalen, I'm over here. Why are educators, and please don't talk to other people, I'm speaking, thank you. Why are other educators not taking jobs here?
What are you talking about? That is hearsay.
It's not.
Oh, yes, it is.
I happen to know of two.
Okay.
So if
Well,
I
happen
know
to
of
a lot
two,
more than two,
if
and
I know
wanna
of
work
two,
there.
then there
Hang
has to
on.
be a lot of others that are doing the
You
same.
just hired someone that
I
works
would
here
like
and they
to
came
know,
back.
why is there contention? You're already having contention with the teachers union? Is this why?
She's saying we're lying.
Is this why? I'm curious. That's one letter about what?
About our email that went out. That's all we got, one.
Just, okay. And? All right. No one responded to it, so that's why. I happen to know people who are turning down jobs. I would like you to please, maybe there's contention that we, could be solved with making the negotiations with teachers a little bit easier, more swift, and make sure you come to the table and actually have a good, honest negotiation. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other people want to speak? All right. Moving on to our minutes. We are now moving to approve the minutes. We're going to start with the June 10, 2025 minutes. All board members were present. May I have a first? Lisa, a second? Bruce, all in favor? Okay, this is the June 28, 2025 minutes. Bill, you were absent from this meeting. Can I have a first? Alex, a second? Lisa, any questions? All in favor? Okay, moving on to the June 24th, 2025 meeting. Mark, you were absent from this meeting. May I have
What meeting?
June 24th, 2025.
I haven't missed a meeting all year. What meeting was that? Was I late?
I'm not sure.
we-
Let me look.
Did we come
I
back
challenge
into
that.
public session?
Yeah, he wasn't in public, I don't think.
I might, was that one?
Which
I
one was-
I think we did interviews.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
there half the meeting.
Yeah,
I'll-
you
I-
came back.
Put me down as a half. I have.
Well, then you
perfect
can't half
attendance.
vote, Mark, so better sit it out. Okay. Can I have a first? A second? Alex? Oh, Lisa and Alex, sorry, I didn't say it. Any questions? All in favor? Okay, this is a June 30th, 2025 meeting. Bruce and I were absent from this one. Can I have a first? Bill, a second? Lisa, any questions? All in favor? Okay, great. Now we're moving to personnel recommendations of the superintendent. We will take, yes? Oh, okay. Before we move on, we have to table one, which page is it on?
2, 4th bullet from A.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put a motion out to table the resignation. This would be section A, and it's bullet 4. All right, so can I have a motion to table that one, the resignation for purposes of retirement of Anthony Clemens? Can I have a first? Alex, a second? Lisa, any questions? All in favor? Okay. So now we are going to move on to personal recommendations of the superintendent. We are going to take all resignations, appointments, and personnel contracts on pages 2 to 318 as a slate. Can we have a first? Bruce, a second. Alex, any questions?
Can I make a comment?
Yeah.
I know there's a Cold Spring Harbor graduate in the audience who's on
Yes,
this-
there is.
on this list, so I feel like we should recognize. I know my mic has not been on.
Is it-
Congratulations, Nancy.
Thank you,
Riley.
Nancy.
And
Can you explain what we're clapping for?
I said there's a Cold Spring Harbor graduate on this list appointed
Oh, congratulations.
to be an
Okay.
elementary teacher.
Amazing. Okay.
Welcome back, and welcome back to Kim Libertini, who's on this.
Yes, welcome
Yes.
back,
Well,
Kim,
welcome
coming back to Cold Spring Harbor as our new assistant superintendent for curriculum and instruction. Very much looking forward to working with you, Kim, again. Yes, we do
Yeah.
have,
Elizabeth,
yes.
I'm not try her last name, but Elizabeth is also one of our new elementary school teachers.
Anyone else that's here tonight? No one.
I think that's it.
That's it? All right.
Yep.
That's great. Oh, no, we didn't. I was just going to mention before we did that part was I saw there was some curriculum writing for the modification of social studies and science to adjust the schedule for the elementary days to have more time doing social studies and science. I just thought that was really great to see. So just wanted to say that. All right. So all in favor? Okay. All right, moving on. We're going to business recommendations. We will take donations, health service contract, and the claims auditor report on pages 18 through 20 as a slate. May I have a first? Kate, a second? Bruce, any questions? All in favor? Okay, and now we will take additional business matters on pages 20 to 27. May I have a first? Anybody? Just for the motion.
Can I just note for the record that there is obviously a typo on this agenda too? It just says pages of 342. It's 34, I think, just.
So all of the other pages, all the attachments that go along here.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Okay,
That's
so
how-
it's not the it's not normally written this way.
No, this is the new system.
You didn't read them all?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, no, I Told you, Heather does a lot of the heavy.
Yes.
lifting.
This is the new,
a
and,
lawyer.
and we're definitely working through, but that's just the new system, how it works, it comes out. But thank you, yes.
Thank you. Okay, so it's the new system reflected.
Reflecting
then. I
there.
see that here on this last page. Okay, thank you. Okay, you want it first.
I just want to first, Alex, Lisa, any questions? I had a question. Just wanted to have more information about P. It's on page 27. This contract for services with R to SAR. If you could tell us a little bit about it. I saw there was it's a research consultant. I think it's for the humanities research program. Is this?
He works our summer research humanities week. So he comes in and.
Just for the summer?
Just for the summer.
Okay.
He does the work, so in our summer research program, we have a week of data science the first week, then we have a week of molecular biology, then we have 2 weeks of coding and drones, and then the last week is our humanities, and he comes in and teaches the humanities week. So that's what that's for.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, very good. Anyone else? All right, all in favor? Okay. Moving on to special education reports, we're going to take contracts and CSE/CPSE approvals on page 27 and 28 as a slate. Can I have a first? Lisa, a second. Kate, any questions? All in favor? Okay, we're going to move to a second reading of policies, pages 28 and 29. Okay. I'm going to move to waive a full reading of these policies. Okay, so this is a motion to waive the reading. Can I have a first? Kate, a second. Bill, all in favor? Okay, now this is the vote to adopt these policies. Can I have a first? Lisa, a second. Alex, any questions? Comments? All in favor? Okay. Now we're going to move to NISBA resolutions 1 through 6 on pages 29 through 30. Last time we.
Vote on separately. I
We
think
were done, last time we did this, I don't know if we were told to take an actual, I don't know if we had to take an actual vote, or we just went around and discussed.
We voted on each one.
We made a motion for each one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We can do a vote for each one.
Vote,
and then
okay,
I'll walk on.
okay. All right, so I'll start with the walk-on. Okay, so this one is being walked on. This is the draft NISBA resolution, and I'll read the resolved. Okay. To walk on the resolution that New York State School Boards Association supports legislations allowing school districts to receive compensation under the New York Liquidation Bureau for liability insurance claims arising out of claims brought under the CVA, the Child Victims Act, in cases where the insurance company holding the policy became insolvent and the estate was executed by the Liquidation Bureau. So I'm going to take a motion now to walk that resolution on. Can I have a first? Alex, a second. Bill, any questions? All in favor? Okay. So maybe we'll start by taking a vote on the walk-on. All right. So, we'll go from person to person? Or do I have to? Is that, just take a vote?
How to vote for.
How do
each-
we do this? Just take a vote?
You
All right,
can see if there's any discussion on the issue. and
Okay.
you can vote.
All right, so let's move on this walked-on resolution. Can I have a first? Anyone?
All right, I'll do it.
Kate, a second? Lisa. All right, any discussion on this particular one? All right, all in favor?
If I could just say, at the last report, the 2023 annual report, there's a little over $680 million in this fund that could be utilized to help reimburse school districts for payments out for CVA.
That's great. All right, Lisa, I'm looking for my papers. All right, so we all in favor? Did we do that part yet?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now we're moving to NISBA Resolution 1. Can I have a first? Alex, a second? Kate? Any questions on this one? This one is the amendment to New York State Department regulations to allow a set amount of daily recess time.
I love this one. Longer recess.
Longer recess.
I'm with you.
Any other comments, questions? All right, all in favor of this one? Okay, moving to number 2. Can I have a motion a first? Lisa, a second? Bruce? This one is asking NYSBA to advocate for policy changes for substantial increases to state reimbursement rates for out-of-district special education placements in part. Any questions, any comments? All in favor? Okay. Moving on to number 3. May I have a first? Alex, a second?
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
I thought Bill wanted to know.
Any questions on this one? This one is that NYSBA shall advocate to New York State Education Department and the Department of Agriculture the reinstatement of whole milk as allowable option. All in favor? Okay,
Oh, did we have a first?
I think we did that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed it. I'm sorry.
Lisa, then Kate.
Yep.
No.
No,
No.
Kate was second.
Yeah, Lisa, then Kate.
For this one?
Oh, Alex, then Kate,
Alex?
sorry.
For this, okay.
I'm very pro.
Alex, Kate?
Yeah, I'm very.
Okay. All right, so can I have?
Oh, I'm sorry, I was ahead of myself.
I need, all right, we're up to NYSBA resolution number 4. Can I have a first? Lisa, a second?
I'm not doing it. You got Bruce.
Bruce, okay. This one pertains to the NYSBA advocating for legislation that restores the religious exemption to vaccine mandates for school attendance. Any comments? Anybody? All right. All in favor? All right, moving on to number 5. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes.
I'm opposed.
Opposed.
I work in a preschool where there are a lot of pregnant women who cannot get their children vaccinated. Babies, they're exposed to a lot of stuff. My own daughter cannot get her own. There are some vaccinations that she can't get because she has an autoimmune disease. We're dependent on people to receive those vaccinations. There have been, outbreaks in communities where they don't believe in vaccinations. Religious communities, in some cases, it's caused anti-Semitism. That this is how I feel, and I would like it on the record.
Thank you, Lisa. All right. Moving on to NYSBA resolution number 5. Can I have a first? Lisa, a second. Alex. Alex likes this one. Okay. Any discussion, comments? This
Yeah,
one, sorry, I should say what it is first. It's for the advocate for the full repeal of the electric school bus mandate.
I mean, this comes up every time you meet with other school districts. The expense that this will put on some school districts could absolutely bankrupt them. The disposal of all of the buses is just adding pollution to our planets. I think I've told you all maybe a couple of years ago that I actually went to like the advanced environmental science class at my school and asked the students what they thought about this, and they thought that if schools were trying to go greener, the state could be asking schools to do things that were much more beneficial: green roofs, composting, get bees. This is just adding more waste to the environment, and it's going to absolutely destroy some school districts. And there's not even like a plan to build the buses in an efficient way. So.
Yeah, and I agree with everything you said, and I also think that there is a safety issue with these types of electric buses. And you'd have to, when they're parked, they're going to have to figure out a way. They have to be a certain amount of feet away from each other, because if one goes on fire, it's just going to be a rapid fire of all the buses going on fire. So that's just another cost. Forget about the batteries and the making of them, and it's the parking and the charging. It's just, it's not going to, it's really not going to benefit schools at all.
Yeah. Plus, in addition, it's not an issue in Long Island, but upstate there are some routes that take over an hour. And the buses wouldn't be able to hold a charge. Like, this really wasn't thought through very well.
No.
Okay.
It can take my kids at the end of Lloyd Lane 45 minutes to get home on a late bus. So, yeah,
Yeah, all right.
and we're pretty close.
And they don't operate that well in cold weather, so upstate New York, it would be a nightmare.
We could go on and on, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seriously.
We hate this
Okay.
plan.
Yes,
Okay.
we all. Let's vote. All in favor? Okay. Moving on to NISBA Resolution Number 6. Can I have a first? Lisa, a second. Nobody?
Yes.
Alex. Okay. So this one, in part, resolves to call, that NISBA call upon the New York State Education Department to advocate for the creation or expansion through Title I or similar comparable state funding streams specifically for special ed students to attend out-of-district summer camps, including the cost for these programs and transportation. Any questions, discussion? All in favor? Okay. And those are the 7 resolutions. The agenda includes financial reports on pages 30 and 31, and these reports are for informational purposes. No vote is necessary. We're now coming up to the second discussion section of our agenda, and I open the floor to any other discussion items that members of the Board of Education may have. Anyone? All right, moving on. We're now going to continue with our second audience to visitors. I'm not going to read through this again with the rules. Is anybody interested in speaking tonight? All right, that brings us to the end of our meeting then. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Bruce? Kate? Any questions? All in favor? All right, adjourned. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Phil, for yelling
I
down
can't
at
leave,
me.
I want to leave.
You need to sign.
It's okay. This will be the only time I sign at night.
I appreciate it. I know.
9:20.
I know.
You're right.
Let's keep it.
Let's do it.
Two meetings.
Yeah. So fast. We have to meet at 5.